Welcome, race fans, to the All-American Sim Racing Network's presentation of the All-American Racing League's Orr Lawncare Truck Series. This is the Milwaukee Mile 150, coming to you live from West Allis, Wisconsin. I am your host, David Hillbilly Hara. In the booth with me tonight is Johnny May. Johnny will be stepping in for Dave tonight as Dave is out on assignment. But we're going to bring you all the action live from Milwaukee Mile. Practice has just ended and qualifying is now underway. You see we're here at a relatively flat 1 mile oval. I'm excited for this one, Johnny. What are your thoughts on tonight's race?
Oh, it's definitely could be a good one for sure. It's going to be about people that's going to take the time to actually settle in, because it's going to be a long race here for sure.
Yeah, 150 miles around here, so 150 laps. Probably some door-to-door action. I know you ran a few laps after tonight. I ran a few laps in a kind of different setup, and I believe you said dump truck at one point. Is that right?
It was, yes. It's not bad when you get some laps on the tires, but the braking is so critical here. And if you actually hit the brake too much, you're going to actually slide the truck around. So,
yeah, absolutely. I imagine you're kind of hard on the brake here. Getting in on entry and then accelerating up off. Now you mentioned something earlier to me about the truck wanting to get a little loose on acceleration. You're a little bit tight in, start to push the nose, and then pick up that throttle. It tends to want to get loose on you.
Yes, sir.
That's an unsettling feeling in these trucks, or in any vehicle for that matter.
Oh, for sure. You just gotta play it smart, and you gotta really just take your time here for sure. I mean, people's probably going to get a little antsy on the start, but we'll see what happens.
We've had a couple of good races here to start the season in the Orr Lawncare Truck Series. We are on race 3 here at Milwaukee, but we had a couple of good races to start the season, and so we have some. We have the driver points. We're going to go ahead and pull up for you now and give you a rundown of who stands where. So Sean Purcell won your first race at Daytona. Giving him the first position in the first truck locked into the championship run at the end of the regular season. Christian Delgado, last week's winner and last year's champion, is in second. Third is Nathan Christensen. Christian Delgado is also locked in with his win last week. Nathan Christensen is third. Fourth is Travis Rodriguez. Fifth is Rodney Uberpacker. Sixth is Kyle Purcell. Seventh is Adam Ingerstein. Eighth is Emily Urias. Ninth is Joshua Hetrick. 10th is Larry Garnes, 11th is Scott Leonard, and Tyrone Yo rounds out your top 12. The top 12 will move on once the regular season is over to reset the points and compete in the playoffs. Again, it's a little early, but I wanted to drop that. And the reason the points kind of look the way they do with the top 2 drivers tied is we do have a drop week in this series. So now that we've had 2 races, your worst finish has now been dropped. With Sean and Christian both being the first 2 winners of the season, they're up there effectively tied for first in the points at this time. But that's a rundown of your Orr Lawncare Truck Series points as of the start of race 3 here. I know we're looking a little early, but points seem to matter throughout the season and how you do. Out the season, a couple of points can make or break your whole deal.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Look at some of those practice speeds, see who was on the top of the practice speed charts. Yeah, Kyle Purcell was your fastest in practice. Followed by Lilith Peters. I didn't know Lilith joined the race. I just caught that when I saw it on screen here. She was your second fastest in practice. Sean Purcell third, Nathan Christensen fourth, Travis Rodriguez running out your top 5. So interesting to see Lilith make her debut back in the series this season after very close to winning that championship their last season.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a interesting tonight for sure. We'll see what happens.
Let's see if still got a little bit of time left here in qualifying.
Looks like you got about a. Well, no, it looks like you're done. Looks like qualifying is complete.
Oh, very good. Let's go ahead and pull up the qualifying results as they get ready and take the grid here. On your pole position for tonight, we have Lilith Peters. Second position, Kyle Purcell. Sean Purcell starts in third. Travis Rodriguez will roll off on the outside line, row 2, fourth. Nathan Christensen inside of row 3. His teammate Scott Leonard to his outside. Row 4 will make up Tyrone Yo and Rodney Uberpacker. Doug Yates will start 9th. Justin Horton 10th. Adam Engerstein 11th. And Johnny Mays up here in the booth with me and will not be taking the green flag. All right, Johnny. Well, I'm ready to get these things fired up, man.
I am too.
For the folks at home, I want you to take note real quick. Scott Leonard for Hillbilly Motorsports. When our trailers bring trucks or cars down, we always mix and match so that we at least get one of the vehicles there. And good thing we did because the 20's truck kind of caught fire, and it left Scott with just the 114 truck and 120 truck, and his 14 got wadded up, so he's driving the 20 today, but he will be scored as the 14. The 20 driver could not make it tonight, Larry Garnes. Scott Leonard is the 14, getting scored with the 14's points, but he's driving a truck that they didn't have time to rewrap. Is that right, Johnny?
What's that, buddy?
The long story I just told about nothing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard you.
All right, we're going to get these trucks fired up here shortly and get them rolling. It's going to have 11 trucks. That'll make for some good racing here at Milwaukee Mile.
Yes, sir. For sure.
All right, as we're rolling off behind the pace car, Lilith Peters again will be your leader. The first start will be on the green flag. All subsequent restarts, if we have any, will be on that leader in the Geico restart zone if we are provided one. If not, after the pace car leaves the track and is fully on to pit lane.
Pretty sure it does have a.
Does it have a restart zone here?
Pretty sure it does. I think here. Let's see when we come around here.
Yep, 10-4. Lights are out on the pace car. We should see it dive down pit road this time by.
Should be right here on the wall somewhere. It's right there. Pretty sure it's right there.
Oh, yep, there's the markers.
Yep.
And Barney has the green flags in the air. Lilith Peters off to a great start. She takes that inside line, running it down to the apron, and pulls them through turn 1. Sean Purcell in tow. Head down into 3. Go ahead.
We'll definitely see a bunch of strategies here tonight, I'm sure. But I have a feeling that you're definitely going to want tires.
With Nathan Christensen spinning on the backstretch.
Bruh.
He's not getting moving yet. Okay, it looks like he's getting backed up. We're going to stay green. He got moving.
It looks like the 16 and the 00 got into it. It looks like the 16 might have hooked the 00.
Oh, wow.
Might have to go back and watch that, but...
Yeah, I was watching the 3 spinning out and setting up.
Yeah, from my perspective, it.
Wow. Let's go back and look at that.
He might have had some help, for sure.
Yeah, well, it looks to me like the 00 got up a little high.
Yeah,
He's
but
come up and squeezed him just a bit there.
well, but it's about give and take, and apparently it's no give and take.
Well, with the brothers, we
Yeah,
typically don't
true.
have that. They're self-admittedly very competitive drivers. And that tore up a lot of good trucks there as we see the 14/20 get involved. The 2 gets a piece of it. 9 gets a piece of it. The 39's around back there. Yeah, no, I didn't even see this crash occurring. I was watching the 3 who was stopped on track. And then the leaders wrecked. Actually, the yellow flag was thrown for Nathan before they started crashing.
I'm not exactly sure if that was net code or not, because it's like the 16. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
Yeah, from my view, they actually made contact.
Yes, they did make contact, but I'm not exactly sure if it was because of net code or what, because it didn't seem like that they both actually moved that much.
Right. Yeah, so all of these drivers that wrecked, they were wrecking after the yellow flag came out for Nathan Christensen being stopped on the track, trying to get it going again and get moving. And then they wrecked. So odd. So Doug Yates gets around Cal Purcell. Let's see if we can play it back here real quick. 3 is around. Okay. Oh, he only gets around. No, these guys were already wrecked. That was so wild. Yeah, I think the 00 was trying to squeeze his brother. Looked like he was trying to squeeze him to get him to kind of come out of the throttle to give him room. And the 16 said, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. It's it looks like they're both on pit road, and looks like the 00 is actually back on pit road. So
This action is just getting heated up here tonight, folks. Already seeing some tragedy occur here just on lap 5, and I think the wreck happened actually on lap 2 or 3 there. See two of our faster drivers in the series, both sitting on pit road now, just now coming off. They will restart at the tail end of the field. But actually, Tyrone Yo just came back down pit lane, so he'll restart at the rear. Lilith Peters is your leader with Rodney Uberpacker going to restart second. Doug Yates third up 6 positions. He and Rodney are up 6. Adam Angerstein's up 7 positions. Nathan Christensen, who was in that spin, is in the 5th position.
And I believe we might have a guest here, Hillbilly, that wants to come on with us for this evening.
All right, bring him in. Who you got?
Christian Delgado, yes, sir.
Oh, we'll bring him on in. As the pace car is off, Lilith Peters will bring us down. She is the control truck, wants to get inside this restart zone, and she's off. Hammer down. It's a great pull. That outside line gets bunched up a little bit behind Rodney Uberpacker as the number 894 of Doug Yates is working to his inside. 3 wide back here between the 3, the 00, and the 7. 7 working the outside. 00 is trying to work that middle lane there. We definitely got a really good restart starting in the back and ended up that far up. But Lilith Peters is pulled out to more than half a straightaway over the number 5 of Rodney Uberpacker. Adam Angerstein takes over this 3rd position. Nathan Christensen is now looking to that 94 to see if he can work to the inside. Three is now to the inside quarter. of the 94. So he completes that pass. 7 comes to the back of the 94. Doug Yates. So we see the 14 machine, the 20 of Scott Leonard get around the 00. Sean Purcell.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm not sure. But if he's having some issues or if he's just riding right now, but he doesn't seem to be pushing at all.
Yeah, he pushed right there the first lap and then just started backing up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he jumped the restart, realized it, and then decided he was going to give those positions back.
But he might have some damage too.
As Adam Engerstein moves around the 5 to take over that second position. Adam's fast here each and every week. Lap 10 of 150 in the Milwaukee Mile, 150 for the Orr Lawncare Truck Series, part of the All-American Racing League's progression model. Good race so far. I mean, we had a little caution there, just folks getting warmed up to the track, or the track warming up. And then since then, Lilith Peters pulled up to a commanding lead, 3.6 seconds over Adam Engerstein. The caution is out.
You do have a caution here.
Scott Leonard had an issue on track. Let's see what happened with that 20 truck. Oh, Scott just gets loose on exit. Loose on up. You talked about that, Johnny.
Oh, for sure. You're definitely going to see that, especially when you got a couple of laps on these tires. It's not going to be really.
So watch his hands inside of the truck here. As he comes up off the turn, you see it and he's counter steered all he could do. It was just too late. He got out from under him.
All right, folks. It looks like we have Christian Delgado with us in the booth here. Hey, buddy. Do you got a copy with us?
You guys.
Hey, Christian. How's it going, man?
It's going all right, having some fun watching this broadcast. Unfortunately, I don't have the content, so I thought I'd join up in the booth with you guys. Last season I was in the booth with Nathan and with the Holio Coneboard series, and thought I'd give a helping hand this Sunday night.
Well, absolutely, we could use it. Missing Dave this week, and glad you were able to stop in here and chat with us. Stick around for the entire broadcast, help us out a bit. So yeah, man. Fortunately, as long as you make the minimum race starts, you're going to make it into the championship playoffs with that victory last week.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun at that Charlotte. A lot of strategy and a lot of, I guess you could call it luck with those 2 assault trucks having bad pit stops, handing the lead over to me, and then we kept getting those late race cautions, which just kind of gave me the position to control the race from how I wanted to, and was able to pick up that win. But I'd love to be racing this Milwaukee track. I've ran it a lot in other sims, and it's one of my best tracks. And I was really looking forward to racing today, but fortunately, I didn't realize I didn't have it. And with the funding for the 13 truck being as low as it is, could not get the content for the race.
All right, folks. So get your sponsorship dollars out and reach out, get a hold of Christian Delgado here, and place your business on his truck. Give him a little bit of cash, and he'll be out here winning races for you and your business. We see Lilith Peters. I thought she was ducking. Oh, that's not even the entrance. So Lilith Peters is your leader. Second place, Adam Engerstein. The action's been pretty good so far, Christian. Man, I wish I was seeing you on the track up here competing with the 1 and the 9 and the 5. But if I can't have you on track, I'll settle for second best, have you up here in the booth with Johnny and I.
Heck yeah, man. I love being up here in the booth. Like I said, I had a lot of fun last season with Nathan Christensen over in the Holyoke Cornbowler series with those Xfinity cars, and then of course me and another Cup Series regular for the Blue Grave Plastic Fabrications Cup Series also own a broadcasting stuff, so I really do enjoy being up here with you guys.
Well, great, man. We're going to see some good action tonight. We're only 15 laps in, so I guess 10% of the way. I'm ready to buckle my seat. I have a 5-point harness here on my sim rig, so I'm tightening them up. I'm ready to watch these trucks beat and bang around this 1 mile track.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm interested to see how some of these drivers have used their damage. I presume some people have used those fast repairs from that first wreck with those two Purcell brothers. But I'm also interested to see if maybe some of those drivers just sat back and tried to get as much repairs done to save that precious one pass repair. So
Yeah, I'm not seeing the 10 on track. Where is he at the moment? Okay, he's coming around to catch the field. Doug Yates is on pit lane. Not sure what happened with Doug. Lights are out on the pace car. Coming to green this time by Lilith Peters will be the control truck again. Once she passes the first hash mark on the wall, folks, she has from then until start finish line to go, or the flag will fly. It's actually to the second dashes, but I think here they're close to the start finish line. So there's your set of 2, and your set of 1. So anytime in between those two, she could go.
yeah, I'm very interested to see how Lil's going to run this race. Very quick on these short tracks and the trucks, but you also have Adam right there in P2. That's very aggressive. Anywhere we go, trying to make up spots.
As Adam Angerstein's in second position, Travis Rodriguez working to the outside of the 5 of Rodney Uberpacker. Rodney drives it in deep. Half a truck ahead at this time, but the 7 still trying to work that outside. Can he carry that momentum off here at this flat track? Not going to happen today. Rodney Uberpacker secures the 3rd position. Double zero of Sean Purcell looking to the inside of the 7. No room. 7 shuts the door.
Caution.
We have a wreck on the track.
Looks like Nathan
Christensen. Another issue
It looks like he gets tagged by the 10 of Purcell, and it looks like Kyle just couldn't anticipate him checking up that fast, and just barely got into him, and then looks like he tried to save it and just overcorrected right into the outside wall. Unfortunate for Nathan. Unfortunate for Nathan. He needed these consistent races to keep him in the hunt for being good in these points.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him, and the truck just couldn't make it around, so he had to go ahead and tow that thing in. Not going to be the finish that Nathan was looking for here tonight. As your top 3 trucks have yet to hit pit lane. Let's see if they come down this time by. I'll imagine it's open. I don't know if it's open to the leaders this time by, or if that was last time. We were on the replay there. Nonetheless, looks like everyone's staying out. Not a whole lot of green flag racing yet, so no real need to come in and waste this set of tires this early or use them up. Because once they're gone in this series, they're gone.
I definitely agree, especially with 150 laps, like 20 laps on these tires, especially when a lot of them are under caution. I don't think it's really worth it to go down and take the set with the limited amount that they have. Milwaukee is semi-abrasive, but at the end of the day, it's a short track, and with unfortunately all these cautions going out, they probably only ran 12-ish laps under green, and everything else has been kind of pacing. So I think once we can maybe get a green flag run, we might see some drivers take those a fresh set if we get another caution. But right now, I think it's the safest bet to stay out, keep the track position, and try to hold on.
Yeah, I mean, hearing an interview from Lilith there on Tuesday night after finishing up at the old Atlanta, mile and a half, but very abrasive. She finished P2, and she was talking about that. She wanted to get back to some mile and a half, some mile tracks, and likes the fact that they're abrasive and more of a driver's track. So I kind of expect her to do well here tonight. I honestly didn't expect her to show up tonight, but it was surprising seeing her there at the last minutes of practice. Went ahead and topping the board.
Yeah, Lilith always fast here. I was told by Inside Sources that she'd only be running a partial schedule, just kind of tracks that she felt like she wanted to. But all of KG Cat Motorsports would be stepping down to only part-time racing. So very very happy to see her on the track racing with us in the trucks, but only for a limited schedule.
All right, well, Adam Angerstein, I know he's sitting here in the second position. We'll be restarting on that outside line. Usually pretty quick. Sometimes gets in over his head, pushes a little too hard or whatnot, and can get himself into trouble, admittedly. But as of late, he's been pushing at the right times and keeping himself up toward the front in these races. And I like to see that out of the 9. I'm always watching the 9 week in and week out. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing for the field right now. It's the 1 and the 9. The 7, we really haven't had a chance at enough green flag laps to see what kind of speeds in that number 7 Playboy truck of Travis Rodriguez. 00 was caught up a little bit earlier. Not sure about that. And then we have another Catch Cup Motorsports entry in the 39 there of Justin Horton, who's been pretty quick here as well. So, yeah, ready to get back to green flag racing. Let's get that pace car off here and get this trucks a-rolling once again. Pace car is off. Lilith Peters is under throttle. The 9 stays right with her. Great jump for the 9 as well. 9 stays kind of high. I thought he would actually roll down to the inside, but
I thought that she was kind of late on that start a little bit too, I think, as well.
Worked out. Go ahead.
Lilith could have definitely gone a little bit earlier, but I think she was trying to, time it just right to get the position she wants. Once again, I'm really impressed with Adam. He seemed to be very aggressive, especially last season. But you saw it perfectly at Charlotte last week. He was very patient with his teammate of Kyle Purcell, which it seemed like he was a lot faster in that long run and was just there sitting back there, waiting on Kyle to make a mistake. And then unfortunately, he made that fatal mistake of having trouble down pit road. But I love to see the consistency and the maturity out of Adam this season.
I tell you what, though, but that 7 truck seems to be coming on pretty strong here.
That's Travis.
I'm very interested to see which trucks come and go with this long, if we get a long green flag run, because once again with these semi-abrasive tracks, it's very easy to tear these tires up, and it's very easy to, in my opinion, in these trucks to save tires as well. And so I'm interested to see the come and goers if we get a green flag run.
Yeah, absolutely. Try to watch a little bit of the 16 to see if he used up that one quick repair they have this season. As he dives to the inside of the 3, door to door, 3 squeezes him a little bit, make contact. No harm, no foul. Not sure why the 3 was squeezing him that hard, but I wasn't watching a couple laps before.
It could be a possibility that Nathan's not very happy with the way he got raced, because that last caution was just due to Purcell getting into him. So it looks like maybe a little swipe just to say, hey, wasn't a fan of that.
94 of Doug Yates. I think he's going to get moving. He makes it to pit lane. Okay. Yeah, I saw him like he was hanging to the left to try to get this very tricky pit lane here. And looked like he was trying to get there and just misjudged his speed a little bit, hit the barrels. But we stay green. Lilith Peters still here out front. Adam Angerstein back 1.5 seconds a second. Travis Juggles Rodriguez just another 0.4 of a second back. Sean Purcell is 4th. Justin Horton is 5th. Ron Newton-Packer 6th. Kyle Purcell in 7th. Scott Leonard 8th. And rounding out your lead lap trucks, Tyrone Yo in 9th. Nathan Christensen is 10th. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how many laps down he is. Yeah, he's 2 laps down currently. And Doug Yates is on pit lane. Looks like he might be getting some of that damage repaired.
Yeah, as you said before with Doug, Milwaukee has one of the hardest pit lanes to get down to, and it's so easy to mess it up, overcook it, or trying to get slowed down to get into the pits to maybe spin the truck out, get it yawed out, and spin it out. Unfortunate for Doug, it needs a couple of good races. I know he's not had the best luck when it comes to these finishes, but I know he definitely has the speed to run in the top 5 if he wants to.
Yeah, we're watching Lilith Peters stretch her legs here a little bit. Um, she's now up to a 2.2 second over the 9 of Adam Angerstein. I don't know if Adam's maybe just kind of riding a little bit now, saving his stuff, or if Lilith's just that much faster. I mean, looking at their lap times, Lilith's best lap was 30.15, and the next closest is Travis Rodriguez with a 30.56.
Yeah, Lilith is very notorious for being really very quick when she needs to be, and from all the racing I've done with her, she likes to maybe use her stuff up a little bit, get a little bit of a gap, and just kind of maintain that gap, just so she has the control of the race. So she knows if she needs to push a little bit harder, she can. But when she gets that gap, she can save her stuff a little bit, and when she needs to go, she can go. So I'm not surprised to see her out front with a 2-second lead. You know, hopefully we can get a little bit more competitive for this race lead, but very hard task for these drivers when it comes to chasing her down.
Yeah, and I was watching some of the times there for a couple of laps, and Lilith would she gave up 0.2 on one lap, and she came back and matched Adam on the next lap. This past time by, she was just 4/1000ths of a second faster than Adam Angerstein. So she's either backed off to his pace, or they're equal out right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, either she's, like you said, she's backed off, or they've equaled out. So if they have equaled out, we'll see if Adam can maybe inch his way forward. Because obviously, if she's slowed it back up to him, he might have a chance to inch his way forward if maybe she's used her stuff up a little bit. But if she's just trying to save her stuff right now, then when she needs to go, I think she'll go.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick break here for a second, pay some bills, and you won't miss a thing as we go side by side.
Back to more racing action right after this.
Looking for a safe, effective cleaning system? Look no further. G-Tech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers, certified by the EPA as a safer choice product. G-Tech can be used quickly and safely to remove soils and stains from most surfaces. Give them a call at 770-967-6988 or visit them on the web at mygtech.com. G-Tech, 5346 VBS Way, Brazelton, Georgia. G-Tech, your one stop for professional, eco-friendly cleaning products. For tailgating activities or just plain backyard fun, look no further than Holio. Made to order cornhole bags and boards. No order is too large or too small. You can choose unfinished or finished with stain and polyurethane, and finished with a vinyl design or your company branding. Don't wait for the season to be over. Contact Holio on Facebook. Holio, made to order cornhole bags and boards.
Now back to trackside action with the Orr Lawncare Truck Racing Series of the All-American Racing League.
And we are back like we never left. Your leader is still Lilith Peters, out to 2.7 seconds over Adam Angerstein in second, followed by Travis Juggles Rodriguez, and a battle heating up here between he and Sean Purcell for that third position. Sean appears to be closing in on Juggles just ever so slightly as the laps wind down here. Lap 36 of 150 in the Milwaukee Mile 150 for the Orr Lawncare Truck Series.
Yeah, Lilith was still a very commanding lead over Adam. Actually extended it a little bit out to about 2.7 instead of 2 and 2.8 now. And I'm interested to see when these green flag pit stops go. It's a mile track, so I presume, like I said, I obviously don't own the content, so I could not get out on the sim and practice myself. But I would make a rough estimation of about 50 to 60 laps on a fuel run. So we'll see if maybe some people short pit, try to maybe get a little bit of an advantage on Lilith with this gap she has, or if everybody's going to try to come down at once.
Yeah, that'll make an interesting make for an interesting portion of racing if we do get some green flag stops here It is having a green flag look as we try to take a run through the field here. We have Lilith Peters, your leader, out of Tampa, Florida, followed by the number 9 of Adam Angerstein, Akron, Ohio. Third place, we have Travis Juggles Rodriguez from San Antonio, Texas. He still has his 24 hours at Daytona as he competed in that with a few other AARL guys last evening or yesterday. The 00 of Sean Purcell sitting in fourth. Rockford, Illinois. Justin Horton, the 39 out of Eugene, Oregon. Sixth place, you have Rodney Uberpacker, also from Eugene, Oregon. I think he's a roommate of Justin, maybe. No. Cal Purcell out of Lisle, Illinois. That's 16. Oh, I thought that was a bandmade truck, but it must be Nemophilia. Toyota. Scott Leonard in 8th position in the number 20 Stripe to Remember lawn care truck. However, he is the 14 driver out of Landsberg, Michigan. Tyrone Yo in the number 2 Campbell truck out of York, Pennsylvania. In 10th, we have Nathan Christensen driving his number 3 Chevrolet for Hillbilly Motorsports. And Doug Yates driving the number 94 Ford, hailing out of Burns Flat. Not sure where Burns Flat is, but we'll find out. And Lilith Peters is your leader. No real battles. We might have a battle back. Nope. It's like Sean Purcell, and Justin Horton seems to be gaining on Sean Purcell rather quickly here. Maybe a three-way battle for third place here before too long, as they both appear to be running down that 7 of Rodriguez.
Yeah, it looks like Lilith has gone out to about a 4-second lead over Adam. So definitely the best battle on track right now is this 7, this 00, and this 39. I'm not sure if Sean used that faster pair from that first wreck, or if he just tried to get as much damage as he could fix. But right now, I think this really shows who's the best at the tire saving out of these three, because you kind of see them kind of catch each other. We'll see what these three can do when they get to each other, and we might get some good racing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to try to get a look at Sean's truck. I thought I saw some damage on it earlier. I'm not sure if that's what I was seeing or not. So I'm going to try to get a little bit better view of it here. Well, that's not where I need to be. Okay, yep, I'm not really seeing. Now that truck looks clean. I thought there was some damage to the hood area right above that headlight, but couldn't really get a good view of it. And when I did, finally, I seen it.
So it appears that potentially Sean has used that faster pair. So, we expect Sean to be up here battling for this podium, which he is, but he's shown a lot of consistent speed. So, we thought maybe that damage was holding him back a little bit. But as you see him closing in on Travis right there in that Playboy truck, he'll go up and try to take that podium spot away and get himself another decent points day.
Yeah, and like we always say though, it's a lot easier to catch somebody than it is to pass them a lot of times, especially the further up you go in the field. You catch drivers and it just seems to take more and more laps to get around them. We are on lap 47 of 150 here in the Milwaukee Mile 150 for the Orr Lawncare Truck Series. These have kind of settled down from the mayhem early on, and now these drivers are kind of single file, just logging some laps. And I imagine when we get down towards the end of this thing, there's going to be some cautions and it's going to get wild.
Yeah, with almost every race in this truck series, everybody wants to do as best as they can, and like I said with the broadcast, it makes people try to run as hard as they can to shout out their sponsors, and get them as much TV time as they can. So I definitely agree that towards the end of this race, I can definitely see some more cautions coming out, as you see. As we saw last week at Charlotte, pretty green the whole way, and then towards the end, we started to see those cautions come out. And like I said, this truck series are for a lower series is probably some of the most competitive I've been in for a league. Just everybody wants to do so well and races the best they can.
Yeah, absolutely. Each and every week, we had some. Nathan Christensen crashed. Unless that's showing me an old one. Let's see what we have here. It looks like he's got that thing going slow down the front stretch way against the inside wall, brings it to a stop. Yeah, and has to retire it for the night.
A really tough race for Nathan. Third in points right now. Been having some really consistent finishes, and unfortunately for him, he's been caught up in almost every wreck this evening, and unfortunately he's gonna have to park it for the night. I presume he's had fast repairs from one of those incidences he's been in. So tough break for him. Hopefully he can keep that momentum he's had going up into next week.
Yeah, absolutely. As Lilith Peters is picking him up, putting him down, she has pulled out to 5.3 seconds over Adam Ingerstein, who's in second. She's lapped up through 7th position. The next one she catches will be 7th position. Kyle Purcell is the last car on the lead lap at this point. We saw an incident early with brother Sean Purcell.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. Kyle's had an incident with his brother Sean and with unfortunately with Nathan right there. So I don't know if he has some damage to his truck, which is holding him back. Qualified P2. We know he at least has the short run speed to at least keep up with Lilith somehow. And so I don't know if there's some damage to that 16 truck, or if he's just trying to save tires, and maybe he's on a different strategy. He might be trying to do something different.
Yeah, and he's 9 seconds ahead of Lilith, who's the leader. So he's got a lot of time, to hope caution comes along, or to possibly wait on those tires to get where he wants them to be. I'm guessing we're gonna have green flag stops as the 16's coming in.
Yeah, Kyle's always been one of those drivers that will always be one of the first to come in. Always wants those fresh tires on underneath that truck. So not surprised to see Kyle being one of the first people to take that truck down pit road and try something different. Kyle's Kyle was about to be lapped, but this also shows some of these other drivers. Hey, Kyle's pitting. He's very talented. Very smart when it comes to strategy. Might force some other people to come down a little bit sooner than they'd want to, maybe.
Well, yeah. So without a doubt, as we see Kyle returning to the track, he's going to get out here and we'll watch his lap times here compared to our leaders. As we're watching Lilith Peters, waiting to see when she's going to bring it down pit lane here. But in comparison, we'll look at Kyle's lap times, because he's going to be considerably faster, which is going to make up some of that time that he had lost on track. Now, he was 9 seconds ahead of the leader, but the next truck to go a lap down. So he short pits, giving him some faster, presumably faster lap times once he gets up to speed here. The top 6 are all still on track. Yeah,
right
so
now
he's over a second faster than Lilith. She ran a 31.3, he ran a 30.3. Kyle Purcell.
Yeah, definitely shows the difference in tires. Once again, racetrack, and a second for a truck is quite a bit, just because how much downforce these trucks have. It bogs them down a lot. So a second, especially at a shorter track like this, is quite a bit. But right now, Kyle what Kyle can't see is a caution right now. He's already committed to going down, taking a stop. He needs this thing to at least run out so he can, at the very least, unlap himself, and then maybe a caution can come out to kind of even things out.
Yeah, absolutely. You wouldn't want that dreaded caution right now, as he would be scored, I believe, 2 laps down. Let's take a look here. No, we have him 1 lap down currently. So Lewis Peters, your leader, out to 8.7 seconds over Adam Angerstein. And second, followed by the battles back here between Travis Rodriguez and Sean Purcell. They're still kind of close together. I say battle, but we've Scott Leonard and Rodney Uberpacker. No. You have Justin Horton kind of watching these two guys up here, too. They're about evenly spaced, evenly matched, it seems. 00 may be a little quicker there as he gains a whole lot on that 7 on entry and through the center. I'm not sure what happened to the 7, but he lost a ton right there through 3 and 4. 00 is just getting in so much quicker. I did check up to keep from hitting him. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, it might be just tire saving, like I said, like we've mentioned earlier, a very semi-abrasive track here, so it looks like Horton has kind of consistently stayed around that behind there, and it looks like even Justin's starting to peek his nose in here, as I think maybe Travis right here is maybe Orr's stuff out and is looking to go down and get those fresh 4 tires.
Yeah, he's definitely holding them up at this point. Definitely slowed the 00 down quite a bit there, but it could just be slowing the pace to cool him down as he takes off again. He's starting to now pull away from the 00 just a little bit. See, 00 didn't get quite that entry that he was getting the last few laps, and the number 7 pulls away another truck lane. The exit of 3 or exit of 4.
And that could have been a very good possibility that, maybe Travis right there, and maybe cooked it into one of the corners, and those rears were really crying out to him, and he needed to tame it down a little bit, get those tires cooled off, and get going again for, I presume, just a couple more laps before everybody's going to start coming down to top off on fuel and get 4 fresh Goodyear tires.
Yeah, I mean, in my couple of years I've been on iRacing, I've learned that the tire wear doesn't seem to be the problem as much as tire heat, as far as the feel. For example, last race at Atlanta, your tires wouldn't wear a percentage very much, but just a couple of laps and the temperatures were up and it drove terribly.
And that's a very good point. When you heat up those tires, just depending on what tire you heat up, if you heat up that right front, it's just going to plow tight and not want to turn. If you overheat those rears, it's just going to slide around on trying to get back into the gas on exit. And regardless of what really tire you heat up, it's going to negatively hurt the vehicle. For me, I'd rather burn up the rears because I like a looser driving car. But either or, when you heat up those tires, it's definitely going to affect the handling of these cars.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see the 16 trying to make it around the 39 now, trying to get it back up towards the front to hopefully get his lap back. He is currently in position to be the first truck 1 lap down. Lilith Peters is out to 10.7 seconds over Adam Angerstein. Adam leading Travis Rodriguez by 4.5 seconds. And here's the battle back here. The brothers are at it again, although the 16 is a lap down. He gets to the bumper, pushes the 00. Gives him a little tap, says, hey, brother, I'm here. I was going to say little brother, but they're twins. So.
Yeah, Sean's not going to like that, and I think he's going to not cut Kyle probably the slack he needs to go, even though he's faster and he's just trying to get his lap back. As you see him pinch Kyle all the way down to the apron on exit. We'll see what Kyle's willing to do to get around him because, like we said, he's on
Oh,
fresh
as the double
tires.
zero turns hard left and into his brother. Didn't move that 16 truck, but absolutely just let's go back and look at that again. I mean, absolutely just turns it. I want to go in car with Sean, see if he just jerks his wheel to the left there. Let's see here. I know that's what's happened here. Right? Back it up a little bit more, folks. Sorry about that.
Looking based off the replay, maybe it looks like he overcooked the entry and it just looks like he slid the nose. Just trying to almost drive it in with Kyle and try to stay side by side, and he just slid the nose and
Yeah, we'll go
got
with that.
into him.
We'll definitely go with that for sure.
Because you saw him go so aggressively in there. He was forward tire sliding all the way into there and just lost control. Probably because it was Kyle, he probably drove it in way harder than he needed to, but definitely out of control and got into his brother.
No harm for the 16. Didn't even budge his truck, which was surprising to me, but don't think it was anything malicious. Like you say, maybe a sleeve got caught on his window crank or something like that. There's Johnny May. Hi, Johnny May.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Oh, at the racetrack, man, it's always fun to be here. So we're on lap 70 of 150 of this Milwaukee Mile 150.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be a barn burner here very shortly. I got a feeling. When you get about 50 laps to go, I got a feeling you're probably getting ready to see people turn it up. I would say, but we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like we mentioned before, in the latter half of these races, if any time is go time, it's in the latter half when you need to try to make up the time and make up these spots. So you're definitely going to see these drivers pushing a lot harder than maybe they have before, trying to make up time to the leader or make up time to maybe gain a spot or two. Especially after these green flag pit stops, you're definitely going to see them try to push as hard as they can. I don't think they'll. I thought that they would already be in now, but maybe you could make it all the way up to 75 laps, and you can split the race in half. So
that's what I'm wondering now that they're here. Here we are on lap 72. If Lilith and company, Angerstein, Rodriguez, if they're all trying to just make it to that halfway point. As you can see, that one truck is a handful. She's getting very loose on exit of 4 there.
Yeah, man, it's getting to this time of this tire run where those tires are heated up and it's just not wanting to stick anywhere you put it. Especially in any type of a short track like this, like a Nashville Fairgrounds or Milwaukee or Rockingham, where it's so abrasive. Depending on how you drive the truck, it's either going to be super, super tight on these long runs, or it's going to be super loose, like as you see with Lilith's truck.
Yeah, stick around, folks. Don't go away. We are coming to halfway here. The next mile or so, Milwaukee Mile 150, as we'll be reaching lap 75 this next time by.
And since all these drivers made it to lap 75, I think we're going to start seeing people come in, like Lilith and Adam and everybody else. I don't know why they'd want to stick it out on those old tires. So as soon as we get to halfway, I wouldn't be surprised to see everybody start coming down here.
I mean, these drivers who pitted on, the Kyle Purcell, for example, pitted back on lap 52, or even Sean Purcell on lap 12. You have 12 lap older tires, yes, but that's 12 laps. Something can happen that puts you out front, with cycles another caution in and puts you right back in the mix of things with fresher tires than the leader would have. So when the one comes down and pits, if they stick out that extra 12 laps and something happens, you have maybe 8, 10, 12 laps more. But so many different scenarios can play out in these races that that's what makes it fun to be here.
It definitely it's kind of hard to call the race until we see everybody come down. Um,
Sean Purcell
but
is in.
yeah, as we see Sean come in, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see Sean coming in early. You know, he's got that left front damage from getting there with his
Well,
brother there, so that truck definitely probably isn't driving very well.
I said Sean, and that was my mistake. It was Justin Horton who popped down here.
Yeah, and as you see right there, probably Justin's just trying to split this race in half equally. Trying to, be those first guys, at least on this strategy, to be on fresh tires, see what he can do with that once he gets out.
Yeah, absolutely. Could gain some of that time that's been lost to Lilith with her staying out like this. I'm just wondering where Kyle Purcell's going to land with all this. Yes, he pitted back on lap 52, so almost 30 laps ago, 25 laps ago. But by the time he has to come to pit lane again, it'll be 25 to go. So does he take 2 tires then? So many scenarios again.
Yeah, I don't know how many tire sets Kyle might have. I don't know if he maybe pitted, because I presume he pitted when he had that run-in with his brother at the early part of the race. I don't know if he took tires, but he could easily maybe be trying to split the race into 3 parts, and we'll pit twice at around lap 100. I don't know yet. Like I said, I don't know how many tire sets he has left in his pit stall.
The leader is in. Lilith Peters making her way down pit lane.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Adam and Sean follow her in.
Yep.
With how fast she is now, I don't know what would be the advantage to staying out, except for maybe Sean, since he does have those potentially 12 lap fresher tires.
The 9 is in. The 5 is in. Sean Purcell, Travis Juggles Rodriguez is still out. As we see a battle between the 00 and the 39. 39 trying to get his lap back from the 00. Up there to Juggles. What happened to the 9? Okay. I was thinking he was held for a penalty, but no, his stop looks 20-second pit time in his box. So he must have slipped through his box there for the 9 of English 9.
Tough break for Adam. Had a fast short run car, was running in P2, and fortunately, you can't have these mistakes when it comes to these pit stops, because as you see, it looks like Uber Packer looks like came out right behind him, so he's gonna have some company battling for that P2 spot now.
Looks
Looks
like Adam.
like we have a caution on the track.
Oh no, Scott Leonard. He's looking back at Adam's stop, and Adam looks like he got some damage taken care of. But yeah, this is gonna really mix things up. Let's see what happened to Scott, and then we'll try to unfold everything and see.
It looks like he just got loose entering the corner, lost it, and nowhere to go for that track.
Yeah,
that is
16 got him. I just wonder if he wouldn't have moved if we would have saw the same thing.
Yeah, it looks like just he tried to maybe go down to get out of the way, and unfortunately the bottom is where you want to be, entering the corner, and nowhere for Kyle Purcell to go. He's had a tough first part of the season, unfortunately, and as you see him sliding into missing his pit stall, but this is going to change up everything. I don't know if Lilith got her lap back from Travis and Sean, but if not, I don't know when it comes to lap times or anything.
Lilith did not go a lap down. She was that far enough ahead that when they pitted, she's our leader. Justin Horton in second. Third is Travis Rodriguez. Fourth is Sean Purcell, who's on pit lane. Well, he was the leader and gave it up to come to pit lane. You have Adam Ingerstein fifth, and sixth Tyrone Young. Well, this throws a wrench in everything. Definitely going to be some tough battling here on out. No need to top off on fuel. Clearly, they have enough fuel to run the laps that are left. Tires, the only concern is we see the 2 and the 5 hit pit lane.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very interested to see, even though Lilith were in probably 5-6 laps. I mean, that's 5-6 laps. Sean and Travis went down under that caution, of course. So they do technically have fresher tires right now, and I'm interested to see, like, Lilith is obviously class of the field right now, but if maybe having just a couple lap older, fresher tires, if that will help. But also on the flip side, Lilith already has those tires warmed up from running those laps, which is going to help her on the very least on the short run.
Yeah, so you have Lilith came down on 79. Justin Horton pitted on lap 75. Juggles came down on lap 80, and Sean Purcell was down here on lap 83. Sean's going to have those freshest tires of all. Juggles are probably the best heated right now, and Lilith is just a lap off that. So I don't know. I honestly, based on what she's shown us so far, they're going to have to get on it and capitalize early, and maybe get in front of her, get some dirty air on the nose of that truck or something to slow that one down a little.
Yeah, I definitely agree. They're definitely gonna have to try to take advantage of this restart, try to get in front of her. She does have her teammate starting on the outside of her, so definitely going to be a little bit harder because, of course, as any teammate should do, when you have Lilith that is as fast as she can, as fast as she is, a good teammate would at least try to hold up some of the people to get her out in space and basically secure this win for her.
Yeah, absolutely. But as we've learned, teammates and a lot of that's it works great until if there's much fresher tires behind you, then you're in a lot of trouble. But in this case, there's really not. Like, say you have 00 has the best tires out here, and he's got 4 lap better tires than the 1. Wow, Juggles gets a great restart. Stay with that 1. If they were playing cat and mouse, the cat just got the mouse on that one. Great restart for the 7 of Travis Juggles Rodriguez. See, looks to the outside of the 1. No good there. Falls back in line. Lilith Peters leads him down into 3. Juggles gets off into the grass just a little bit with those left side tires. No harm, no foul. Maybe lost a little bit of time coming up off. Lilith lays down the fastest laps, 31:01. Fastest lap that time by.
And something I've always been astonished with Lilith is how aggressive she can be getting into the corner and still maintain that speed off. I've been on the platform a little bit longer than she has, and still can't. I still can't figure out how she does that. She does that very well in almost any car we go to in this league, and something that she really takes advantage of on these restarts. Just being able to really be so aggressive on a corner entry and keeping it wrapped around on the bottom and just taking off.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of someone else that I know. It's raced with us quite a bit, which is Louis Clark. Louis Clark can drive it in hard, still get a great run up off, and meanwhile save tires the entire time. It blows my mind. I just don't get it. I need a lot more practice and laps before I'll fully understand how that's possible.
Yeah, I think me and Lilith, when it comes to league racing sides, kind of race polar opposite. She's very aggressive on the starts, and I tend to, bog back, and I'll be there at the end when I need to be. And I try to at least put myself in situations where I can get a decent finish. I think I'm better. I like to save tires, while on the other hand, Lilith likes to be aggressive at the start and just maintain a gap. So
Get the most of them out. Get the most good out of them while they're still good, I guess. For me, I'm one of those drivers that I play it by ear depending on what track it is, and during practice I practice both because you never know when you're going to come down to that green white checker. Lilith
and
Peters, go ahead.
So that came in handy for you this last race at Atlanta. It came down to a little green white, green white checkered finish, and you actually necked out Lilith in the Blue Gray Plastics Fabrication Cup Series. So got to shout you out for making your way into the playoffs in there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that race was a lot of fun. Racing up there with Lilith and Justin Dan and Sean and Patrick McQuaid and all those folks. It's good. It was a good race. It was a fun race. Lilith Peters has a 2.1 second lead over Travis Rodriguez in second. Sean Purcell is another second and a half back in third, followed closely by Justin Horton. This will be your closest battle on the track for position at the moment. Adam Engerstein, you can see him kind of making his way back up through the field here.
Yeah, as you see Lilith continue to pull out, we'll see it. I think these drivers really need a mistake out of Lilith to get them a chance to get up there and race around her, or maybe a lap car to slow her up. But right now it seems like she's the class of the field, and we'll see as we see Horton and Sean Purcell, like you said, closest battle. You see Adam kind of there closely behind there. I think they're going to battle pretty hard for this podium spot, get that precious interview.
Yeah, we had the 5 of Rodney Uberpacker go for a spin off 4 there, smack the inside wall. Was able to get it going before I believe it was Tyrone Yo got around there to him. Got it straightened back out and going in the right direction, so we're staying green. I just want the folks at home see and acknowledge that. As you said, Lilith Peters out to a 3-second lead now over Travis Rodriguez. Followed by Sean Purcell, Justin Horton, Adam Engerstein. Rounding out your top 5 and your lead lap trucks at this point in the race. 97 of 150 in the Milwaukee Mile, 150 for the Orr Lawncare Truck Series. This is our starter league for the All-American Racing League, where you can then progress to the Class B type NASCAR Xfinity type cars in our Blues Race Design Series, followed by possibility of getting drafted up into one of our teams in the Blue Gray Plastic Fabrication Cup Series running the next gen cars. All this action all the time. Pretty busy league over here with the 3 series that we run, but it's exciting, and many of these drivers run in all 3 series. Some just run part-time in this series, or maybe run part-time in Xfinity, but and full-time in Cup. But yeah, it's always a good time here with the All-American Racing League. Check us out at facebook.com/All-American Racing League. You can check our videos out if you're not watching it. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also see them on Facebook at facebook.com/All-American Racing League every Thursday night for the Xfinity style cars, and the trucks here on Sundays. Our Cup cars can be seen. The Blue Gray Plastic Fabrication Series can be viewed on Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern over on the Sim Racing Media Network on YouTube. Now that I got all that out of the way, back to racing. Lilith Peters is your leader, 4.3 seconds over Travis Juggles Rodriguez. Sean Purcell in third, and Justin Horton fourth, with Adam Engerstein running out top 5. Nothing's changed among those top 5.
And you see a lot of just single file racing. I think everybody's just is kind of content, just running out these laps right now. And like I said, Lilith with this commanding lead, think we need a mistake out of her to give some of these others another chance to race for that race win. But as we still see Sean Purcell, Justin Horton, and Adam Angerstein kind of still semi-close to each other, keeping each other honest. And if any of those slip up, I think it's going to be a good battle.
And Juggles did. Juggles got really loose on that inside. I thought the 00 was going to capitalize as he does go to the outside of the 7. Working on his outside there as the 7 cannot use up all that track now on exit, but still side by side as we work our way through 3 and 4. This is for the second position. Wow.
Yeah, as you see the side by side, the more they side by side, they're going to be. It's going to let Horton and Angerstein come back in here and put their nose in there. As you see Horton right there, just keeping his nose in there and just waiting on something to happen so he can take advantage of this situation that's going on.
Yeah, it looks like the 00 may have cleared the 7 that time. Now the 39 is working his way to the outside. Travis seemed to be having a really hard time with that truck on his outside like that, kind of pinching his entry. He couldn't get out to the wall to make that a little bit longer corner, if you will. And it seemed to be really upsetting that 7 truck.
Yeah, it's super hard to keep that truck down there, especially when you're pushing as hard as it looks like Travis is doing right there. You have to have especially with how narrow this track is at Milwaukee, you have to have all that space to kind of let the truck go up to the wall. And when you have someone on your outside right there, it just makes it so hard to finish the corner.
As the 7's now looking back to the inside of the 00. Side by side. 7 gets it to stick. He's gonna complete the pass, clear, and he's around the 00. Give that P2 back to the 7 truck.
Yeah, I think Travis right now is just faster. I just think he had a huge mistake, which just kind of let these guys come up back to him. But obviously, with how loose that car is, it's obviously turning very well. So as long as he can keep mistake free, I think he can really get a good finish and a good point stay for him. Almost won at Charlotte, had a good point stay there, and looking like it potentially come home on another P2 today.
Yeah, absolutely. Still 45 laps left here. 45 circuits, 44 circuits now around this thing. Anything can happen, but definitely in a good position here. And some fierce battling back here for this second and the third position. Ooh. Not sure if there's any contact there with the 00 and the 7, but it was darn close.
Yeah, very close racing right here. I mean, everybody knows Shawnee's going to be aggressive. He wants these spots, and he's going to, put his truck in situations to where a lot of people wouldn't. But, that's what we've come to know from Sean, to be a little bit aggressive, which is something I like to see out of a driver, willing to do whatever it takes to get the best finish he can. But definitely still a fierce battle for this P2 spot. It looks like Horton has kind of stayed there, and I don't know what happened to the 9. It looks like he's not in the picture anymore.
Oh yeah, the 9 is on pit lane. He just entered the pits. He didn't have any major issues or anything that I could see in the scoring and timing. But is on pit lane with that truck now, and now he's rolling again. Coming and got his service.
Very interesting. He might be doing a bold strategy call. I mean, we're lap 1, almost going to 110. So he might have, if he had an extra set of sticker tires, then he might be trying to do a Hail Mary and put on his last set of tires and just run out this last 40-ish laps and make something happen.
Yeah, that'd be pretty tough as he's out in front of the 1 right now to stay just 1 lap. 1 lap down. Or check that, 2 laps down. Tyrone is the only truck 1 lap down at the moment, sitting in 5th position. As the battle is heated up, between the 39 and the 00 as they split the 16.
Yeah, what a move by those two, splitting the 16 like that. That was very risky, especially for a short track like you're at Milwaukee. But as you see there, oh wow.
Oh, wow. 9 is
What?
way off the pace. Wow. Good driving by Justin Horton there in the 39. He pulls out from behind the 16, and oh no, there's a slower 9.
Some very great evasive maneuvering from that 39 truck. Holy crap. Kudos to him for not, getting into Adam right there. And we'll see if he can go back down there and give Sean a run for his money.
Yeah, absolutely. As Travis Rodriguez has pulled about a second in front of this battle, and then it's another 9.8 seconds up to Lilith Peters, who has absolutely dominated this race from sitting on the pole position. She's running like you said, running a limited season here, just a few races that she chooses she wants to run, and we know why she chose the Milwaukee Mile now. She's absolutely fast here, consistent as well.
Yeah, definitely. Lilith's always been good at these. Like she said in her interview when she got that P2 at Old Atlanta in the Cup car, she loves these flat, abrasive racetracks, especially in the truck. They're really this style of racing really does promote clean, consistent tire saving and stuff, especially in the truck. Super easy to wear the tires out here in these trucks with how much downforce these things have, and
we
can obviously see that she's great at it.
Yeah, we just saw that with the 39 as he come out of the turn there while you were talking, and he just literally that truck went completely sideways and he fell off the bumper of the 00. He's now gained some of that back, but now he's under fire by that 9 with fresh tires. Going to try to make easy work with the 39 and move one back up, try to get another lap back. Or he didn't make easy work with that 39, though. The 39 is now pressing the 00. 9 goes to his outside, it's a lap truck, but he is much faster, so if he can just get going and be in your best interest.
Yeah, you can, and right here, this shows the fans at home right here how different the truck drives with the new tires versus old tires. You can see just Adam easily just being able to pull up beside Justin right here and probably easily going to make the pass. That just shows how much tire wear this old abrasive racetrack has.
Yeah, we talked about that patience of Adam Angerstein. He is a lapper more down, and he's 2 laps down, but you see him trying to work through the field with a much faster truck and not running these guys over. It is annoying to lead lap trucks when they're battling. This happens, but he has every right to be out there trying to score laps for his team as well.
Yeah, definitely, and especially since, it feels maybe, bogging down, running slower and just holding these guys up. I think that's a different situation, but he's obviously faster with these fresher tires, and right now he's just trying to make his way up through this field and make as much out of the situation he has right now.
Now he's cleared both of those drivers and able to pull away there. He won't be slowing them up or interfering with their racing anymore, and it's just better for everybody as he now sets his sights on his teammate to try to get around Travis Rodriguez to get a lap back from him as well.
I'm very interested to see Adam's decision to come down. It looked like he was in pace to maybe stay with Horton and maybe Purcell, maybe even get past them and maybe try to run down Rodriguez for that P2 because he seemed like he was quicker than Travis before those green flag pit stops where he made that mistake, which cost him all that track position. But I'm interested to see what his decision making would be in coming out and doing that.
Yeah, we kind of missed this, but after his pit stop, he was out in front of. He was only 1 lap down, and he's out in front of Lilith Peters. And I just found the replay, and he spun that truck right in front of the leader. Second place makes it by him a little bit later. I'm surprised we didn't get the caution there, to be honest.
Yeah, I am too, especially in front of our race leader. Maybe if it was in front of really anybody else, I could see that sliding. But very surprised we didn't get a caution for that.
Yeah, I think maybe she was close enough that she was already by it before anyone could have reacted. But second place was coming, like 8 seconds back.
Yeah, with them stopped on the bottom right there, that's as it seems they're going all the way to that yellow line on that first seam. That is very much in the racing line. So very surprised we didn't get a caution there, but we obviously didn't, and we're gonna I'm interested to see. We have Horton and Purcell kind of next to each other. We'll see how hard they're gonna push this thing in front of each other, but. Coming up on 30 laps to go. Everybody's kind of so spread out. I don't know if we're going to see another caution without someone just making a mistake on their own.
Yeah, like you say, 28 laps here to go. The 39 really dove it in on the 00 last set of corners. Made up a bunch of time. It's go time if you're in that 39 or that 00 or that 7. But catching Lilith Peters out to 14, almost 15 seconds ahead of second place Travis Rodriguez. So we're going to stick with this battle here, as there's not much going on up front among the leaders.
As you see, I think Sean and Justin's truck are kind of pull opposite. It looks like Sean's almost a little tight and pushing up, as you see Justin getting like really, really sideways out of the corner sometimes. I think Sean maybe heated up his right front a little bit more, and I think Horton has killed those rear tires. So it's interesting to see how these trucks drive so dynamically based off how you drive them. So
yeah, and they have 8 lap. So let me make sure I'm stating that right. Yeah, so Justin has 8 laps more on his tires than does the 00. So a little bit fresher. Both of them were a while ago, back on laps 83 for Sean Purcell and 75 for Justin Horton. They both seem to be reeling in Travis Rodriguez in that 7. 00 is now about to come into frame, I believe. Yeah, right there. They're closing in on this 7. The 7's going to need to get around this lap truck of Rodney Uberpacker rather quickly.
Yeah, and I presume Rodney's not going to give him much trouble with him being a teammate of Travis right here. Hopefully he doesn't hold him up too much, at least, and hopefully Travis will be on his way. But Rodney's definitely not someone that's just going to park it for someone. He's running his race too, and he's going to try to make the best out of the situations that have been given to him. So, but as you see, Sean is really, really caught up to Travis right here. Travis really having trouble on exit, stepping that back end out.
Yeah, and I need to make note, you mentioned teammates between 7 and 5. They're teammates over on the Cup Series side, but I do need to go ahead and point out that that 7 is Artemis Raceworks. I think David and I butchered that pretty badly last week, and I want to make sure we get that correct. So I hope that's what it is, Artemis Raceworks, number 7, Playboy anime truck of Travis Juggles Rodriguez. Under fire from the 00 of Sean Purcell. Sean wanting to get that second position. That 39 just watching and waiting, hoping to capitalize on errors of both of these drivers. And at least be able to get up to that second position. But your race leader, Lilith Peters, who's led this nearly the entire race, at least under the green flag, besides the pit stop changes and such. She's led every single lap. 23 to go here at the Milwaukee Mile 150.
Yeah, I honestly think Horton's in the best spot right now. You obviously Sean is a little bit quicker, at least on entry of the corner. I think what Justin could do is sit back there, save some tires. You don't have to fall off of these two since they're going to be battling in in a lap or two, most likely. You can sit
39
back
is looking
there.
to the inside of the 00, coming down the front stretch.
Well, I just say eat my own words, I guess. I thought, yeah.
He was to his inside, now he's back to the inside on corner exit. Looks like the 00 is going to pull him just a little bit. 39 will fall back in line behind the 00. Meanwhile, that 7 was able to pull back off again. The 39 drives it in deep again. Oh, hits the rumble strip. Loses some speed there. Bobbles loses some speed. He's falling now 2 truck lengths off the 00. Okay, back it off there, Justin. Just kind of cool him down a little bit and go charging at him again.
Yeah. It definitely seems that Sean is, I don't know if it's damage or what. It just seems he is very tight. He can't go down to that yellow line like everybody else is. And it's really hurting him on entry. Exit, he's a little bit better because, he can actually use those rears to get the car rotated on exit. But he's definitely losing a lot of time on entry right now.
Yeah, so in 3 and 4, he runs around that patch, that asphalt patch, and he did it in 1 and 2, and then he straddles it a little bit. But the previous laps, like you were saying, it seems like he was staying above that asphalt patch through the turns. So I just wonder how much if he's just trying to save it to get another run at this at Juggles, or if he's trying to just trying to make that truck feel the best it can, lap after lap, searching for something a little better.
As you see, Sean Purcell is going to get around the lap car of Tyrone, and it looks like Justin caught him in one of the worst spots he could, right on the exit. Luckily got around them, but definitely not what Justin wanted to see was him getting to Tyrone right there and on exit. Nothing Tyrone could have done. He's just trying to let these guys by, but just bad timing, and that's about it.
Yeah, that happens to the best of us all the time. I'm in the way a lot of times because of that. I won't get the exit that I wanted, and then there's a faster driver coming, and there's nothing you can do. You don't want to make an abrasive move. You don't want to make a quick turn of the wheel when someone's on you like that, because they're trying to figure out the best way to navigate around you.
Yeah, exactly. The best thing you can do as a lap car is just be consistent. And, they have to make their way around you, and unfortunately, Justin just caught Tyrone in a bad spot. He's gotten around him though, looking to set his sights on Kyle Purcell, and who was out surprisingly after getting into it with Larry Garnes, innocent bystander. But we'll see if Justin can get past Kyle and maybe make a charge at Sean again.
Yeah, Larry Garnes actually isn't in the race tonight, but his truck was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's gonna confuse me all night because Larry runs the 20, but I think it was someone else running the 20 truck.
Scott Leonard had the wrong paint on for this week.
Well, there you go. We had a substitute driver. Larry could not make it, so we had Scott sub in. And they're driving the 20 car, but he's still
scoring the 14.
20 car is scoring points for the 14 car.
See here. 14 laps to go here in the Milwaukee Mile 150 for the Orr Lawncare Truck Series. Your leader is still Liz Peters by 20 seconds over Travis Juggles Rodriguez, who we see here in the 7. Followed by Sean Purcell and Justin Horton. That 39, all these drivers battling it out for the next best position, which is second. As Lilith again unless she has some type of major issue, wrecks that thing. She's in the best, the catbird seat, as they say from time to time.
Yeah, I definitely agree. She needs like a major mistake, like something bad to give up 20 whole seconds. So I think she could spin it out, get it going, still have the lead. So she would have to, lose it, pop the wall, blow an engine, something pretty tremendously bad to lose her this one. But still a great run for all these drivers. You know, like we said before, Lilith is so good at these flat, abrasive racetracks. So it's a tough task to get up there and compete with Lilith like that. Yeah, I don't think I could even do it, and these are one of my favorite tracks. So, but still a great run for Travis. Gonna most likely come home with a P2 if he keeps it clean, which is what he needs for points wise. Sean Purcell already locked into the playoffs. Good run for him, and then Justin being part time. I think he was just going for a win since he isn't running full time. But still a great run for Justin in that 39 truck.
Yeah, without a doubt. And now there's another battle on the track. Tyrone Yo is currently just 4 seconds ahead of Rodney Uberpacker for that 5th position. Now they're both 2 laps down to the leader. However, this is the next battle for position on the track. Back up to this 3-car battle between the 3900 and the 7. 39 is once again closing up on that 00. Little by little as the 7 tends to pull away just a bit with 10 laps to go here in the race.
Yeah, I think it seems that when Sean catches up to that 7 truck, with him already being tight, that's just taking more air off his nose, which is making the car just tighter and tighter and tighter, and it really hurts Sean more than anybody, since at least it seems like that truck is pretty tight. With anybody else that's pretty loose, it might help that it keeps stability on exit and stuff. But Sean is still there, and it looks like both him and Justin are slowly reeling Travis back in.
Yeah, but they're going to have to do it in short order here with 9 laps to go in the race. 9 miles around this track, a little less as we come around here to take 8 laps to go. Lilith just crossed the line. She is 22 seconds ahead of this battle we see back here for where the 7 is at currently. The race is going to be here for that 2nd position. I don't see Lilith having an issue here late. Stranger things have happened, but I don't see it happening today.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, she's been basically flawless the whole race. So, I mean, it does happen to the best of us, but she's someone very prone to not making mistakes, especially in the truck. I think the only time I've seen her make mistakes is in the Cup Series with that sequential shifting. But that's about it. You know, I've really never seen a mistake out of her that was out of her control.
The 00 is closed in on the back bumper of Travis Rodriguez in the 7 to take up a 2nd position within a truck length. You see the 39 diving back into the picture there. This battle is heating up for 2nd. 6 laps to go. Coming to 6 laps to go. 7 gets a great run up off the turn. Gaps the 00 by a couple of truck lengths. Seems to be the same, what do you call that? Slinky effect, right? When you pull a slinky apart and it comes back together. It's what I seem to be seeing here between these 3 trucks as they battle for that 2nd position.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can definitely see the strengths and weaknesses of each truck. Seems like Sean can't get that drive off the corner, while Juggles with maybe the looseness can send that car a little bit deeper on exit and pull out a little bit. But definitely not over. I know Justin can be aggressive when he wants to be, and we all know that Sean is probably one of the most aggressive drivers in this truck field. So definitely not going to count either of those out to make a run at Travis right here, even though we are going 4 laps to go. I mean, it's not over until it's over.
Yeah, Justin seems to be really good on entry. It did look like he smacked the wall on exit of 4 the last time by. Let's see what happens here on the exit of 4, see if he pushes out that far. But he just kind of barely touched it there. Slowed him up just a little bit, dropped him off this 00. No harm that time. Still gets another great drive in. Gained most of that position back as the 00 is getting a run on the 7. 7 is wrapping that white line with the 00 is up about 2 to 3 feet off that white line as they roll through the center. Same thing here as the 00 closes in. Drops it down. Both drivers hit the rumble strip. One truck separates these 3 to go. Lewis Peters still enjoys 24.3 seconds ahead of this battle as we're watching on track for second place between the 7, the 00, and the 39.
As you see, the 39 is just he's slowly starting to fall off here. He's super good on entry, but that truck just really likes to wash up, and he has to really he can't get back in the gas as much as he wants.
Oh, is it 7 sideways? 7 is slow, is drifting, saves it, and then 00 gets into him. The 39 sneaks between them, bounces off the 7 and takes the position away on the final lap here, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Horton goes to second place for a 1-2 Cadger Cup win if he can finish it off. Travis Rodriguez gathers it up and is in third position with the 00. Wow, what a... Lilith Peters is going to come around here as your winner. But at the line, Justin Horton, Travis Juggles Rodriguez, and the 00 round out your top 4. Tyrone Yo will come across to finish 5th. What a wild finish. Let me see if I can get back to that real quick.
Yeah, I've never seen it snap like that out of a truck before. I know Sean Purcell's definitely not going to be happy with how that went down. Had a chance to potentially get a P2, at least get an interview if he stayed in third. Now he's kind of gotten debunked out of top 3, you know.
Yeah, the 7 all but saves it, and the 00 just didn't have the room down below him there once he saved it. They got together. The 39 snuck it right through the middle there. What a finish.
Yeah, it looks like the 39 kind of snuck it through there, kind of made a little bit of contact with Juggles, which kind of pushed him up in the wall. But at the end of the day, not a lot of room for Justin to go. But
let's see if we can get. Can you or Johnny grab Travis Rodriguez and get him in here?
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. I'll get him.
Are we doing the finish line?
Hey, Travis. You got Dave and Johnny and Christian up here in the booth, man. How's it going?
It's going.
It's going.
That's the best that I got right now, if I'm
Yeah.
honest. I'm a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, man, I hear you. You know, your truck got a little sideways there. I'm going to talk about that, and then we'll get back to the earlier parts of the race. But your truck got a little sideways there at the end, and looks like you had it gathered up. The 00 just didn't have that room on bottom that he thought he was going to have there. You guys made more contact and kind of split you apart, let that 39 sneak on through. What did you see happen there?
I mean, I just made a mistake getting into 1, a little too much brake. I was trying to play the game as far as trying to keep him behind me, just take the line so he can't do anything, and I just grabbed way too much brake to start. And to some extent, unfortunately, I'm not the type that's just going to let the car spin. We're last lap. I'm trying to finish the thing.
That's why you're on the podium, my friend.
Yeah, there's just I'm not necessarily frustrated because of getting hit. Like, that was a racing sort of situation. Like, he expected there to be a hole, and there was. I just happened to fill part of it towards the end of when you started going through.
Sure.
I'm just frustrated because of, I guess, behind the scenes things, stuff that happened in the race.
Okay.
Prior to that.
Yep, and we can keep those behind the scenes. Won't bother you with that. But what do you have for him, Johnny Christian?
yeah, I mean, you were very fast, you know, running P2 in most of the race. You know, Lilith was obviously the class of the field, but walk us through that. You know, I know that the track was semi-abrasive. You know, how did your race go from besides that final?
It felt more or less good. Like, I didn't get a lot of practice for the race, but I was able to find, I guess, a certain amount of consistency, a certain a line that worked well enough for me that I was able to kind of manage the gap behind Deshaun most of the race, and then just kind of that last handful of laps. I'm not gonna say it went bad, but I just kind of got a little bit. I'm not sure what to call it, but just started making mistakes is the best way that I can say it.
Well, Juggles, man, it was a good run. Johnny, you got anything for him, or we wanna let him shout out his team and sponsors?
You go ahead and shout out his
All right, Travis,
sponsors.
you have the floor, bud. Who would you like to thank for this podium finish here tonight? P3.
Artemis Raceworks, as far as being able to put it together when it was needed to a certain extent.
Right on, man. Right on. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I'm thankful that I remembered that that's what it was this time. So we got you straight on the broadcast here, bud, and we're gonna send you back to celebrate with your team and discuss with folks what the behind the scenes stuff.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that was Travis Rodriguez finishing P3. See if we can get Justin Horton over here. Talk to Justin for a second. Hey, Justin, you got David, Johnny, and Christian in the booth. How's it going, man?
Good. How's everyone doing?
It was a pretty interesting race. It kind of got stretched out there a bit. Wow, your teammate Lilith was smoking tonight, was on fire. But how did your race unfold throughout the night? What did you see and enjoy, dislike about what was going on?
Actually, it's kind of weird. I only got my first laps on the track on the green flag today. I obviously she was half a second faster than everyone, but I actually really enjoyed the track.
Yeah, I'm partial to those flat mile tracks as well. Looked like a lot of fun out there tonight. That last lap, we watched you sneak on through there. We were watching that battle for the longest time for second position between you, the 00, and Juggles, and that was an interesting battle to say the least. And then when Juggles got sideways there, and then just like the seas kind of parted almost completely. And of course, there was nothing you could do about staying out of the 7 there. But it seemed to straighten him back up anyway.
Yeah, I feel bad for both of them. Sean was trying to get him uncomfortable to get that second place. Both of them are amazing racers. Massive shout out to Lilith for just destroying the competition. I feel bad that Juggles and Sean had that ending. It's one of those things where I was able to come out in a lucky spot. I had no hope to make contact with them. They both raced cleanly. They both raced amazing. I unfortunately, when they had the seas kind of part and then close back in, I ended up down the middle of them. But that battle, for as long as it was, for like 30 so laps, it was clean, it was fun. The amount of strategy and the keeping control of the car on the flat track, using the brakes, not making the mistake of going into the second lane and losing all your time. It was a very fun competition between a bunch of talented drivers.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better. Christian, what you got for him?
Yeah, so it seemed like you and the 7 and the 00 were kind of around each other all race. And it seemed like always towards the end of the run, you guys kind of met to each other. So do you think that just had to do with tire saving and you guys kind of meeting up to each other? Because it seemed like Travis would kind of get out to an early lead, and then you and Sean were kind of around each other, and you guys kind of caught up. How do you think that played out?
I think, as unfortunate as it was, I think lap traffic had a major part to do with it. There were a lot of moments where Travis and Sean both started to kind of pull away a bit. They absolutely had the most, they were very talented on getting their runs, keeping their lines, and I think, unfortunately for them, they ran into lap traffic a couple times more than they would have liked, slowing them down, and it allowed me, when I was getting into grooves, I was pulling back in and I was reeling in. They had to use tires, they had to go on the outside, they had to try to get by some people with fresher tires for people that had unfortunate incidences and had to pit at weird intervals. It worked out well for me, and unfortunately for both of them, it didn't work out, I imagine, as they were hoping and planning for.
Well, great race for you. Anybody you want to thank or shout out for this P2 finish?
Yeah, I got to shout out my teammates, Lilith. I got to shout out Jeremy Flanagan and Kaiju Cat Motorsports for having me on the team. I got to shout out the Cup teammate Evan Clapper. I got to shout out the sponsors Luna Steak Sauce and Foxfire Foods. All the people that, put this together. I'm glad I was able to come out, have a clean race. Not everyone got to have that fortunate event, but I had a great time. I'm very thankful for the people around me, the support system and the sponsors, everyone that makes it happen, the broadcast team for broadcasting, everyone that showed up for the race. It was a great day for Kaiju Cat finishing 1-2.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of that, you and Lilith are running part-time. When do you think we'll see at least you in the truck series again?
I'm not sure. Whenever, I guess it just depends on the day or whatever, but I got my track pass a couple days ago, and I was like, I might as well run the race. And, only had my laps on the green flag, and, it worked out.
Well, absolutely, man. Well, we hope to see you back here soon and get to talk to you back here in the top three on the podium, maybe in victory lane. So we'll be watching out for you as you make your journey through this series and the other series we have here at All American Racing League.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you for broadcasting.
Take care. All right, let's bring in our winner in the number 1 car, Lilith Peters. Lilith, you got Dave and Christian up here in the booth. How's it going, Lilith? Hey, Lilith, you got a copy? Well, we'll keep the booth open. We'll keep her in the booth here, Christian. We'll go ahead and give a rundown of the full field summary here. We'll just keep Lilith here just in case she gets back to her microphone.
Yeah, we presume she's probably taking a break. Dominating race 1. She's probably, using the bathroom and getting a drink of water or something like that. So,
okay, sorry. Bye.
Oh, well, dominating race for you, Lilith. I think led every lap. Coming in here doing a part-time race and walk us through your race.
Yeah, I don't know why I was so quick today. I did like 20 minutes of practice, an hour and a half before the race. That was the first time at this track. I just wanted to do this race to get some cup practice. Hopefully, I guess it translates. I had a good race, so it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely a dominating race. Definitely smart for you to come in here and to get that cup experience. We weren't expecting as long as you could go on fuel. So, what was actually the fuel run for here in the trucks?
Split it in the middle. Like 75, 80.
That's interesting. We all kind of figured you guys would try to pit around like 60 or 65. We didn't realize you guys could go that far. But anything for Lilith, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely. So Lilith, a dominating performance. Let's say 26 seconds or so over second place battle, which was a really good battle there. This track seemed to suit you. Seemed to suit your driving style, and you were absolutely fast out there. Was there ever, from the, I don't want to say the drop of the green flag because there was a couple quick cautions, but after that first long green flag run, was there any doubt after that point that you were going to dominate the rest of the race?
I mean, in the back of my mind, I was like, maybe people need to take fast repairs. But even after the caution, I still pulled away like half of a second a lap somehow. So I don't know what's up. I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a very good race for you. Congratulations on another win, and the floor is yours to think who you need to think and say your piece there.
Yeah, I'm only running a few truck races this season, so glad to start it out good. Justin getting second there somehow. I think something happened. But the 1-2 for Kaiju Cat is nice. Thanks, Jeremy, for letting me race for him in general. I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting. You don't have to do it, but it's always nice to watch.
Well, you're very welcome, and thanks for coming out and putting on a show. And in this case, it was in a dominating fashion. Well, folks, that was your winner, Lilith Peters. Lilith, we're going to send you back to celebrate with your team, with your friends there, your competitors, and congratulations again.
Yeah, have a good night.
All right, there we have it. There was Lilith Peters, your winner in the Milwaukee Mile 150 for the Orr Lawncare Truck Series. This is race 3 of the season here, and Lilith comes in and gets a win. Kind of steals that one away from any full-time drivers that'll be driving, but that's okay. She puts on a great show, dominating fashion tonight, and I think we had some pretty good action. I mean, it did get kind of strung out and single file for a while. That calmed the caution flow that we were having. Kind of calmed that down some. So, all in all, I think we had a pretty good race tonight. Your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. You kind of summed it up pretty well. Lilith dominating fashion, and Justin coming home P2, kind of spoiling the party for all of us full-time guys, which at the end of the day doesn't, helps me out a little bit, since unfortunately I couldn't race today with the funding issues. But like I said, throughout the whole race, we had a couple like little mini battles, like between Sean and Justin and Travis, and even Adam was in there a couple times battling. Tough day for Kyle Purcell, though. He's had a rough truck season this season. Just been getting caught up in stuff out of his control, but definitely a lot of great battles, a lot of good racing, and I'm just going to say I had a great time in the booth with you guys. I think this is my first time in the booth with you, Dave. And unfortunately, if everything works out well, I won't have to do this again. But I definitely have a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys letting me come up here and be a part of this.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us up here in the booth. Johnny May, do you have any thoughts on tonight's race and how it ended up?
Oh, it was definitely interesting from the start to finish, but it definitely did heat up there at the end. But you seen a lot of different strategies, I guess, there. But it seemed that if you could actually push your car and save your stuff, you would be a lot better.
Yeah,
and some had a lot of issues with that.
And I think that's every week, though, right, Johnny? If you could push that
Yes.
car hard and still save. That's
Yep.
what you want to be able to do. But yeah, man, it was a very good race. Like I said, we always, our race winner, Lilith Peters. For Kaiju Cup Motorsports, we had Justin Horton. Kaiju Cup Motorsports, they came in and finished 1-2 here tonight. Travis Rodriguez for not Assault Motorsports, as it says here, but for Artemis Raceworks, coming in with P3. Sean Purcell with Dominion, finishing 4th. Tyrone Yo bringing it home in 5th for TBJ Racing. Great run for him. Adam Engerstein rebounds to finish 6th after having a good run early on for Assault Motorsports. Rodney Uberpacker finishes 7th for Assault. Doug Yates finishes 8th for TBJ Racing. Kyle Purcell finishes 9th for Assault Motorsports. Scott Leonard finishes 10th. Hillbilly Motorsports didn't have the night he was really looking for tonight. Nathan Christensen got caught up in a few self-induced incidents. One, and a couple that he wasn't of his own doing, and unfortunately was unable to finish the race there. Finished in 11th. Johnny May was with us here in the booth and is not registered with a 12th place finish. But this was the Milwaukee Mile 150. This is the All-American Racing League's Orr Lawncare Truck Series. Catch us every Sunday night at 8 p.m. right here on Facebook.com/All-American Racing League or Facebook.com/Orr Lawncare Truck Series. You can also catch us over on YouTube at YouTube.com/All-American Racing League. And then on Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m., tune in for our premiere series, the Blue-Gray Plastic Fabrication Series, Cup Series, running the next gen over on Tuesday nights, 8:30 p.m. at youtube.com/SimRacingMedia. Catch all the action there as our heavy hitters, many that are in this field tonight and many more, about a 25-car field, will be taking on Chicago Street Circuit. So that should be very interesting, to say the least. Tune in and be sure to like and subscribe to all the good stuff you see on here. And for All American Sim Racing Network, we are out.